Hello everyone, so we are together with another video, and this video, sometimes you guys call me out on this. This video could have been much shorter. This video could have been a short, right? That is one of those videos, but I am gonna keep it not a short video but a long video. I guess it will be something like 5 minutes. So what am I talking about? I'm talking about how to calculate your crit chance as a paladin, because this is generally explained very briefly. I just want everyone that watches to thoroughly understand how this goes. So with the Paladin, we have a bit of an awful thing. So sadly, how to calculate your crit chance does sound a little bit stupid, right? Because, you can just take a look at your character screen and you're like, okay, it's 75. Nope, not with the Paladin, sadly. Why? Because we have two factors that are being added conditionally or at certain times and not always, right? Kind of conditional, but I kind of say the same thing, but one of them gets added all the time, but you just have to look it up during combat, which is not an easy thing to do. And the other is a little bit conditional, but we kind of will have all of them up at all times, so they are actually getting added to our crit chance. So what am I talking about? I'm talking about two things. The first one is the fanaticism aura. Take a look at this. Passive. Spending faith emanates power from you, granting your allies 5% attack speed, 2% crit chance for 3 seconds, up to a maximum of 4 times. And considering we are, whatever build that you are playing, if you use fanaticism, you will be spending faith all the time. This is the blessed shield build, and which means I will be doing a lot of blessed shields, right? Also, we have this one. This actually generates but does not spend, but anyway, so we will be spending a lot of faith, so we will be triggering this all the time. So, and take a look at this. For 3 seconds up to 4 times, which means I'm gonna get 8% crit chance from the fanaticism, and that's only going to work in combat, so it's not going to able to display it to me, right? So we get 8% from this. And the second thing is another thing from the skill tree, and that's the thing that makes it worse, because you have to tailor calculate it for your character, because not everyone will have the same amount. It is this passive, I think. Okay, break the line. It's this passive, and it gives you 2% per rank crit chance, right? So why am I making a fuss out of this? Because the thing is, you are going to have 3 points in this most of the time, but you could get additional points on it from if you are wearing a Shroud of False Death, for example, or from your amulet, which I don't, and from your Griswolds if you are using that. And the thing is, if you are using your Griswolds, and if I had the greater affix here, I would have, I believe, like 5. So it has to be calculated for your character. So the general calculation is 8 from fanaticism plus your break the line level times 2 added to the number that you see in here. So how much is it for me? 75.6%. I have 6 points in break the line. That's 12%. 87.6%, and I have 8 more percent from fanaticism coming in. So 95.6%. So it's not capped for me. And if you are going over 100, that's a waste. So you kind of want to go exactly for 100 or as close as you can to 100%, so you will be able to crit at all times. Some stuff works based on your crit, so you kind of should have 100%. But for example, if it's a choice between 100.6% and 99.9%, just go for the 99.9. But if it's a choice between 99.9% and 100.1%, go for the 100.1, right? It will be better than missing the crit. So as I said, where can you get the break line? So if I were to masterwork my Griswold's Opus with, break the line, and I had a greater affix in there, that would have been +7 to break the line, right? And I could get it on my amulet, and with an amulet, with a greater affix, you can get like 4. If you masterwork it, I think you can get like 5. So you have to mix and match properly. So you can get a 45% from your Air of Perdition if it has the greater affix there. So we have 5% base. So that is how it's calculated, right? And of course, the character sheet takes the Air of Perdition, your gloves, your rings into account properly. What it cannot take into account properly is break the line and fanaticism. Sorry, I did actually overlook this. So this only works against weakened enemies. That's why the character sheet is not able to take this into account, right? But we will be fighting weakened enemies kind of at all times. Why? Because we have two things that weakens enemies. We have the Fanaticism Aura's active ability that weakens enemies, right? So when we activate Fanaticism Aura, we will weaken all enemies, right? That makes them deal reduced damage, but also it will trigger Break the Line. And also Consecrate triggers the weaken as well, which kind of means we will be doing, we will be afflicting all enemies with weaken kind of at all times, right? At least the ones that are near us. So the Break the Line will work against them. That's why the character sheet does not work there. And I think it's a bad design, right? Because, we are not mathematicians. We are here to play a game, and we should be able to trust the character sheet at least on something as simple as, the crit chance. So the base formula is, if you want to calculate it all, it's 5 plus whatever you have on gear plus 2 times your Break the Line level plus 8 from Fanaticism. And if you have an elixir that gives you crit, then you have to add the elixir up as well. That's it. Yeah, so that's about it. And as I said, you can get Break the Line as a passive from your amulet. You just take a look here, right? You take the number here. So for me, it's 6, and that's 12%, right? So if you have like 10, it's going to be 20%. 20% plus 8 from Fanaticism, right? And so I will have to have 72% on my character sheet. So for example, if I had 28% on my character, or if I had 28% and I had 75% on my character, that would have been an overkill, right? And so you will have to, mix and match. As I said, the Great Traffic Area of Perdition is 45%. Your base is 5%. That's 50, right? And let's say you have a 10-point Break the Line. That's 70. Fanaticism is 8%, 78. So you will have to get 22% from the entirety of your gear to get 100% crit. So as I said, this is a little bit looked over, so I wanted to, go over it thoroughly. And I will see you guys in another video. Bye.